But abortion is set for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the reason is an ugly reason. Mm-hmm. But I believe there is a reason.
So tough conversation, right?
I was about to say, I don't have time to answer that.
Yeah.
But abortion is set for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the reason is an ugly reason. Mm-hmm. But I believe there is a reason.
Do you think that that all human beings should be protected from murder?
Yes.
Well, okay, so let me ask you this. Do you believe that abortion is murder?
No.
You don't?
No.
What do you think it is?
Along the lines, it could be considered.
Yeah, so we believe that human life begins at fertilization, right? This is what every, embryological textbook, every biological, everything in science would tell us that, everything in the Bible tells us that human life begins at fertilization when the sperm and the egg come together and create a new human being, right?
Okay.
And so we believe that all human beings should be protected by our laws, right? So we believe in equal rights for all humans, right? So we are abolitionists, right? So just like during the slave trade, right, where our black brothers and sisters were being sold into slavery, there were abolitionists that rose up and said, that's my brother, you cannot do that, right? And so just like them, we believe that the child in the womb is our neighbor, right? And the command that Jesus gave us was to love our neighbor as ourselves. Okay. So I don't want somebody ripping my arms and legs off.
Right.
I don't want somebody crushing my head and sucking my brains out, right? So if we are to love our neighbor as ourselves,
that's what they do.
Dude, it's brutal. It's brutal. Like, so depending on like the time frame, like if you're like 12, 13 weeks pregnant, they'll usually give you the pill abortion, which what that is it just poisons the baby, right? The baby suffocates, dies, and is just flushed down the toilet. If it's past that, they'll do like DNCs and stuff like that, and that's when they won't like fit, the poison's not strong enough to kill them, so they have to pull the baby apart. And dude, like what's even worse is like, if that's not horrible enough, the abortionist has to like put the baby back together on a tray so that they can make sure all the pieces are out. Yeah. Because if you leave tissue in there, like it'll make the mom super sick. And so it is a horrible practice. And like I said, during the slave trade, when our black brothers and sisters were being exploited, right, and taken advantage of, there were Christians who rose up and said, you cannot do that. God's law says you cannot buy and own human beings. They're made in His image. And so with the fight against abortion, those children in the womb are made in God's image. Like, no ifs, ands, or buts.
Personal question for you.
Yeah.
Now, are you a Christian?
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I listened to your story.
Yeah.
I do not believe the Christians pass that message.
What do you mean?
Yes.
What do you mean Christians don't pass that message?
I don't believe the Christians pass that message as far as, I understand what message you are passing. Yeah. I don't think the Christians were the ones who said that slavery was wrong.
Well, they were. The Christians, you're talking about the Christians who took the King James Version of the Bible and tried to make it say that slavery was good. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm just talking about the whole thing in general. Me personally, I'm not a Christian.
Yeah. Yeah, so like when you look at the slave trade, it doesn't matter if it's William Lloyd Garrison, Frederick Douglass, William Wilberforce, all of them, Clarkson, all of them were strong, Reformed Christians, and they would look at.
So where did Christianity come from?
Well, Christianity came out of like Judaism, right? So you had, going back to the Old Testament, you had Israel, the Jews, and then they were looking for their Messiah, and then, in the first century, Jesus Christ shows up, and then He fulfilled all of the Old Testament prophecies about Messiah, and in doing that, Christianity wasn't a new religion the way you would think of like Islam was a new religion or Jehovah's Witnesses was a new religion. It was kind of born out of the Judaism, but very distinct from Judaism.
Out of Protestants.
What do you mean the Protestants?
So,
like Protestantism?
In England. That's okay. I'm actually in a rush right now. My brother's been waiting on me for a minute.
That's fine. Yeah. But you talking about they came out of the Catholic Church? Yeah, but but the Protestants, they were like in the 15th century.
Well, that's where it came from.
No. You can trace Christianity all the way back to Irenaeus and Polycarp and the guys who literally studied behind John, the disciple John.
Okay.
Yeah, you can follow it all the way back to them.
Well,
because the main thing about Christianity is that Jesus Christ, Jesus the Nazarene, was the promised Messiah. He came, was crucified, died on a cross, was buried, rose again the third day, and then was seen. The book of Acts says he was seen by, hundreds of people who all attested to it. And so that's like, I see what you're saying, like Christianity that we have today is a split off from the Roman Catholic Church, which I would say, I mean, if I'm being honest, I think that the Roman Catholic Church is a false religion.
It all is. Well, I went to a private liberal arts institution.
Did you really?
Yeah, so we don't religion at all.
No, I understand, man. Yeah. But yeah, hey, check out those 2 QR codes on the back of that thing. Yes, I know you're in a rush, but man, it was good to talk to you.
It was definitely good to talk to you. I always love stopping and picking a brain.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Today, I honestly wish I had a little bit more time.
No, you're good, bud.
He's been waiting on me for an hour now.
Well, good.
Yeah,
all right, brother.
Go ahead and enjoy him and my niece today.
Good deal. I appreciate it.
And y'all doing great things, so man.
Man, I appreciate you.
I like when people, get active with the community.
Yeah.